Hey there everyone, it's BTM Kiwi back here again with another Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 stream, and this time we are going to be taking the fugly but great Diamond DA62 from Faro, where we last landed in, and we're taking it to Gibraltar. However it is pronounced. Alright, now I don't want to fiddle around with the electrics too much. With the electrics too much, because I don't want the battery to run dry, so I'm going to get the engine started right away. But before I do that, I'm going to ask to be pushed back to those other markers, just so then I don't really want to go into the way of the taxiway, so I'm going to power on, get back into the last line there, so if there's enough room for me to maneuver into a 180-degree turn. I do like how the blades are like screw blades, or whatever you call it. They've got like the bend or the curve in them, so they look like they're twisted in an arc, even though it's just the leading edge of it. That's cool. Alright, let's hop into it. Where is the exhaust on it? Oh, is that it there or out there? Right.
Parking brake. Set. Fuel selectors. Check on. Alternators.
Both on.
Check both on. Pitot heat. Check off. Engine master. Check both off. Avionics master switch. Check off. Gear selector. Check down. Flap selector. Check up. All electrical equipment. Off. Elect. Master. On. Avionics master switch. On. Fuel quantity. Check indication. Elect. Master. Off. Control stick. Free and correct full travel.
Alright.
Power levers. Idle. Parking brake. Set. Avionics master switch. Check off. Gear selector. Check down. Alternators. Check both on. Fuel pump LH/RH. Check off. Elect. Master. On.
Alright, let's get in touch with the tower. My electrics are on. What gives? Probably avionics needs to be on. Yep.
Faro ground, BTM 2408 November Zulu 240
Break off.
requesting pushback.
BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 pushback request accepted.
He's a bit freaky. Oh, never mind. I was going to say with that angle he was, he must be a bit freaky in the bedroom by pushing all the way in with the nose up his ass. I suppose now he's got the engine up his ass.
Faro ground, BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 requesting the end of pushback.
BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 request to end pushback received.
Cool. That's more than enough. Avionics master.
Strobe lights, ACL. Strobe lights, ACL. Strobe lights, ACL. On. 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 L. Annunciations. Check Hell engine glow on. Start left button.
Well, let's just get that done because I need to see the engine stuff.
Press as required, engine start. Annunciations/starter. Check off. Annunciations/oil pressure. Check OK. Idle RPM. Check 710 plus or minus 30 RPM. Opposite engine start. Repeat procedure.
See, this first screen here is meant to come on when the electric master's on, but
Avionic master. On. Power levers. As required 50% evang. Not warm. Electrical equipment. On as required. Flight instruments and avionics.
alright. Start sorting this out. Right, I managed to find it. Our flight plan. So, first things first, FPL flight plan. Activate cursor mode. Scroll down to the route, and we go from LPFR. I'll scroll forward one. Oops. LPFR, and we hit enter. That's oops. LPFR, I did the wrong one. How I managed that. Now, if you had a keyboard plugged in, you just click on that and you could type this in via keyboard. Now, runway, we're taking off from runway 28. The wind is at 270, I believe it is. Enter again. Alright. There's our origin, and we go and put in our destination. And that is LXGB. Now this should already be coming up, really, because yeah, Gibraltar is the only airport with that code, because LX, only airport in Gibraltar, and it's a tiny thing, and we're landing at runway 27. Alright, enter that again. Hang on. Okay, we're going direct to Narak. One of the things I love about this is a free mod, by the way, the G1000 NXI, and one of the things I love about it is it auto zooms so you can see where it is you're going, your whole route. 75 nautical miles, not too far. That's where it says 75, but that's because the ring itself, the midpoint, it's a 75 nautical mile radius because it's in a rose form rather than an arc. Trying to remember what that means. That means it's been edited, because I've done the runway. En route, we're going direct to Narak. Beauty of the NXI is coming up when we plug in these airways. Probably the nicest way. Narak, we want Narak. Alright. Tells us the distance, 30 nautical miles, that's fine. Happy. We're taking the airway Y136. So, to get airways, hit menu, load airway, collapse airway, delete flight plan, that's good, invert flight plan, that's good, so we can just keep it and then do a reverse flight back, which is cool. So we hit enter, load airway, start scrolling through, and it takes it from the Narak point, and the only airway available to us is the Y136, which is what we want. Hit enter, and we want to exit at Napes. we scroll through and look at all the places we can exit, and that works. And we want to then load down, go down to load and hit load. Next one is another airway, the UN747. Once again, menu, load airway, we hit enter. And UN747, enter. We're taking that to the SVL VOR. I believe, yes. Alright, next is another airway, the UM744. Go, enter, and we are taking that to MAR. A VOR called MAR, there it is. Looks fine, enter. Next one is another airway, UN864. UN864, enter. And we're taking that to PIMOS. And that is our final fix. Very last one. Alright. It's not too bad. That looks about right, what I've got on my charts here. Alright. Going to go to procedures. Going to select an approach. And I want RNAV GPS 27. Yeah, we want to land runway 27. Now I'm a bit confused with this one. I suppose that's showing us the missed approach there. Yeah, it must be with that one. Yeah, it is. All right, so this is the one we want. Initial approach fix. PIMOS. Enter. Minimums. We want barometric minimums. And our minimums by point Yankee. It wants us at 920 feet. So these are outdated. Well, the one on my chart's outdated. It's from 2020, perhaps? No, 4th November 2021, so they're quite modern, but that's for the SRA, the surveillance radar approach, but that shouldn't be really any different. Point Yankee, but I'm guessing Point Yankee is that Chartfox. So our minimum anyway, because it's visual from there, have to be visual by there, because, so we have to be able to see the runway, and that we should be at that point. Our minimum is at least at 920, so 920 feet. forever. It's backtracking, as you can see sometimes. There we go. Load. Alright. Now, our first point was in Iraq. So we'll go procedure. And we'll do a departure. We don't need to. I'm gonna This one takes us from runway 10 to Iraq, but I want to find one that takes us off on runway 27. As you can see, they're all a bit odd. That one goes a bit too far out for my liking. That one's not bad. Still probably a bit too far. So this one is this one. Let's just pick this one in. It works. Now, I'm wanting to know if we can select altitudes. Oops. So I want to be at about 6 nautical miles out. There's Point Yankee. That's where we want to be at 920. Now, I'm not sure how we can get onto it. Let's just go Pumas. I want to pan out a bit. Okay, at Point Pumas. See if I can enter on it. So because they don't already have altitude constraints on them, I then can't which is annoying. I really wanted to try out the VNav in this because this does have VNav. Let's toggle cursor mode and let's go to VNav prof. Okay, profile. Okay, path angles 3 degrees. Vertical speed target. We can't click top of descent, so I have a feeling they may have disabled VNav. I would need to find somewhere that has altitude constraints in it, but this isn't the best of airports to do that, probably by the looks of it. Yeah, let's just go flight plan, direct menu, procedures, enter clear, map. Alright, engine options, engine off, go system instead. Doesn't show us our electrics. It probably would in real life. Map options, topography, and off, topography, okay. Traffic on, that's good. Alright, there's nothing else to do here on this one. We've got our flight plan sorted, so let's zoom in for now. Wondering why that wasn't working. Okay, we come down to here. So we've got the map HSI here, which is good, which means we can go all around with the range as well. Let's go from left to right, just so I can lay out. Is that map cool? I don't want the HSI map because it does that. It's kind of ugly. Detail all, and it's laying out. 3. This doesn't have the detail thing on it. Oh dear. Detail all gives me the EORs, the airport. Detail 1 is just nothing by the looks of it. Zoom out of it. I want to see if at least. Never mind. We'll see that later if I remember. I want to check if we can. Actually, I can do that here. Show me other points, so then I know if I'll see the point Yankee. Okay, that's all those points gone apart from my own. 2 they show. 3 I'm not sure what else is showing, but let's zoom in again. Well, at least 2 does it, so yeah. No, it was all. just do all for now. Alright, back to this one. I want to get underway shortly. So this one can just be on detail 1. We don't. Or detail 2, so we can just see the airports. Topography on. Alright, PFD options, synthetic vision, terrain, that's fine. Wind, I want, we'll find that out when we're up in the air then. I'm hoping it's the one where it gives us a magnitude and a direction. DME, our bearing 1 can be our to a GPS. Okay, GPS, and bearing 2 can be nav ILS, nav 1. Even though we're not going into an ILS, so they can probably be off. To be quite honest. Altitude units, inches or hectopascals. That's good, we can change that. So I'll probably need to do that at some stage, probably. Standard barometer. Standard. And I definitely don't want it in standard. So it will probably be locked. I don't know, standard's 29.92, so that's fine. So I was there. There's nothing else to do. OBS. I forget what OBS is. I'm going to do a quick little Google search here. Omni bearing selector, okay. Okay, it's for VOR. Yeah, I had a feeling that's what it was for from memory. So I don't want that on. I'm not flying from VOR to VOR. DI, we want GPS. Transponder, LPFR code. Okay, cool. Climate and references. Our minimums in our VY and our VX and our V rotate is important. VY should be our climb rate. I think Simbrief, the flight plan, gave me a different number, a slightly higher one, I think 95 knots, but VY is the best rate of climb, and VX is the max angle of climb type thing. So if you need to go up fast, use VX. So if there's a mountain not far from the takeoff point, let's get that off. Nearest airports, yeah. It's none. Alright, that is us. That's it, I believe. So the jet started up there. Alright, so now that we've done that, let's continue on with our checklists.
Flight instruments and avionics. Set as required. Strobe lights.
It's on.
Check on. Position lights, landing and taxi lights. As required. Trim. Set to T/O position manually.
Now the issue with this is we can't, unless they've updated it, you can't file a flight plan. I want to depart west.
Faro ground, BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 with Quebec request taxi for takeoff west departure.
BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 taxi to in hold short of runway 28 by taxiway. Contact tower on 120.755 when ready.
Thank you.
Taxiing hold short runway 28 using taxiway
So,
BTM 2408
before we
November
do
Zulu
that,
2408.
we are going to get our ATIS.
Faro Airport information, Quebec 16000.
2988.
Wind 29 at 35. Visibility 6. Sky condition, few clouds at 3,100 feet, a few clouds at 4,600 feet. Temperature
These does it.
18.
Yeah, that's good.
10. QNH 29.88. ILS Yankee runway 28.
June Tower. Alright.
Parking brake. Release. Brakes. Test on moving off. Flight instrumentation and avionics. Check for correct indications. Fuel pump LH/RH. Check off. Fuel selector. Crossfeed LH/RH. Fuel selector.
Auxiliary pumps. Nothing else important down there. And regular old seatbelts.
On LH/RH.
Alright. Let's get underway. Can brake off. Now, I don't see what our ground speed is. So let's hit and see if that tells us. Oh. Alright. Maybe it's because I got the DME thing on. Or the map, perhaps. Yeah, I don't see a ground speed. That's a little bit weird and annoying, but oh well. Yeah, we want to go up to 12,000 feet. All right. These lights can come off. We want an altitude of, that's hundreds of feet. This one's thousands of feet. On 12,000. Flight directors. We want AF mode on. We want yaw dampers. Is there yaw dampers in this? Flight director, altitude hold, heading select, nav mode, VNav off, so far back course, approach mode, vertical speed up, vertical speed down. Oh no, yaw damper. I suppose the aircraft isn't too fast, so we want flight level change, and we want to pick our 87 knots. We want to go nose up, nose down, rapid tap that to get it to go up and higher, or fast increments. There we go, that's that set. And I think the pitot heat's on. Well, icing. Probably don't need icing, to be honest. It's nice and warm, I think. Right, that's us. We are ready. I'll just need to activate that when we're ready. It's a bit weird that there's no take off.
Parking brake. Set. Longitudinal trim. Set T/O. Fuel selector. Check on LH/RH. Directional trim. Centered. Flaps.
Stall positions up. Take off. Ending.
Check function end indic dot. Set T/O. Flight controls. Check on restricted free movement. Landing light.
It's on.
On if required. Parking brake. Release.
Alright, let's get permission to take off.
Faro Tower BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 ready at runway 28 west departure.
BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 QNH 29er decimal 88 wind 29er 1 at tree 5. Departure to the west approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 28.
Cleared for takeoff runway 28 BTM 2408 November
Come on.
Zulu 2408.
She takes a little bit to spool up. There's no aircraft coming in. Let's just go straight. Let's just get on with it. There's our rotate speed. Climb, gear up.
BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 continue for west departure.
Engaging autopilot.
Faro Tower BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 continue for west departure.
Faro Tower Ryanair 40 Flight 1 ready for IFR departure runway 28. Ryanair 4051 QNH 29er decimal 88 wind 29er 1 at tree 5. Cleared for takeoff runway 28. Cleared for takeoff runway 28 Ryanair 40 Flight 1. BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Faro Tower BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 frequency change. Faro approach approach BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 is type Diamond DA62 3 miles west of Faro 2,800 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 Faro approach. Squawk 4704.
Squawk 4704 BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408.
BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 radar contact 3 miles west of Faro 3,600 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Maintain on navigation.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408.
Okay, that is the one I wanted with the weather. Outside air temperature 5 degrees, and I think that means we need to have normal de-icing. I'm not sure if I like that really, that how steep that is. So I'm going to change that to be, let's go 95. That seems safer. When we're in our cruise, okay, so it's 96, not 95. Safer. Temperatures dropped suddenly.
BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408. Contact Lisbon Center on 119.55. Good day.
Oops.
119.55 for BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408. Lisbon Center BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 9,700 feet.
BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 Lisbon Center QNH 29 EV continue as planned.
I wonder if that Ryanair took off. Bring us to the barometric standard, which is above 10,000 feet usually. So we're about to get into our cruise. Alt Star. Just going into Alt Star mode. And leveling off. Lovely. Now we can start gaining some airspeed. Starting to get into the yellow band. I'm trying to remember what the yellow band represents, like a warning that it's starting to get a bit fast. Probably shouldn't have done this. I should have just gone direct to a point we wanted. Let's go to a nice cruise setting. Power. I think the cruise setting for power is 75, but 80 should be sufficient. Just go 75. That's what my brief said it wanted me at. Let's check our checklist. I should have done this already.
Landing light. Airspeeds as required. Power lever. Up to 95%. Trim. As required. All centered. Power lever. Up to 95%.
95% max.
Trim. As required. Annunciation/engine/system page. Monitor.
So let's speed up a little bit. I'm going to increase power because we're dropping a lot. To start another turn, so I'm going to sim rate us back to normal. Let's say next. Okay, now it's doing it now. That's good. Do we have any? We've got ground speed there. So that's cool, it shows us our ground speed there, but it didn't show us our ground speed when we were on the ground. Which is a bit shit. Oh, hang on, let's set back on that. No, nothing. Okay, I was thinking maybe it would give us a ground speed or something, map page or so. Let's see if we turn this off. I don't think we can take the inserted map off. Get any more information? No. Alright. I'm gonna turn the bearing off for the nav1, because we don't need that. Go off. Have our DME on. All right. I wonder what that person is. C25C. It's really high.
Eurowings 90559er, contact Madrid Center on
13 kilometers up, so
Good day.
it won't be a Cessna. Just what, for some reason my mind thinks to when I see the C25, even though I know that's not the case. I wonder if it's Concord. Surely not.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway 28 approach via Victor Foxtrot Alpha transition. Clear to Victor Foxtrot Alpha Transavia 6607.
Transavia 6607, contact Faro approach on 119er, decimal 405. Good day.
I don't see any traffic. We'll go in. There's traffic.
Generic 3 India Alpha.
40, I don't see traffic.
Descend and maintain 10,000
25 nautical miles, I get to see the traffic, so that's fine. Let's keep it at that.
Clear to Victor Foxtrot Alpha.
So I don't know what the numbers are. Is that it's their bearing, the direction they're going? Can't be, because I'm at 32 degrees.
Maintain 10,000 feet. Expect
Ooh,
ILS Yankee runway 28 approach via Victor Foxtrot Alpha transition.
Maybe that's to
generic
altitude, how much lower than I am they are. So 7,600 feet perhaps, because the number's increasing.
Generic 3 India Alpha, contact Faro approach on 119er, decimal 405. Good day.
So engines.
119er decimal
We'll
405.
find the coolant temp is almost in the red. I wonder if I put the icing stuff to off. So we're currently at an outside air temperature of -7 degrees Celsius. So the aircraft definitely liked it when I turned anti-ice off. It didn't need to work as hard. Oh, look at that! We've got the bird showing. Now that we're in the air, I want to have a quick little look at it. Really? Right now.
Good day.
118.275 for BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408. Madrid Center BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 12,000 feet.
BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 Madrid Center QNH 29.84 continue as planned.
Flight plan. I wonder if that's the
BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 contact Lisbon Center on 119.55.
gram Celsius feet nautical magnetic time format is UTC.
119.55 for BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408. Lisbon Center BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 12,000 feet.
BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 Lisbon Center QNH 29.84 continue as planned.
There's some modes I can scroll through. We don't have any altitude constraints. It's a bit shitty. There's those aircraft again. Right, we're getting close to our next turn. And then we're going to sim rate it. Go all the way over there to Gibraltar. The airport we took off from is somewhere over there. I think there's the runway there. So they've got the main pilot as a female pilot, which is weird. I can't pick my pilots, and I should be able to pick that I want to be a male pilot because I am a male. And I want my co-pilot to be female, like a female instructor or whatever. Actually, no, you've got the pilot, and the other person is not a co-pilot. Well, they can be, but they're just a passenger. But they do have access to a stick if they really need it. Right, going into a turn. Oh shit, wrong button.
BPM 2408 November Zulu 2408, you're leaving my airspace radar service.
To check the aircraft to just see if
Frequency change approved.
foot pegs there to stand up. I wanted to see if we had an icing on the aircraft because I turned the icing stuff off. But we should be fine.
Squawk 7000. Frequency change approved. BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408. The grid center BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 is type Diamond DA62 4 miles west of Lima. Echo
Diamond
India
DA62,
Sierra
DA62.
West flight following.
Unless it is DA62.
BPM 2408 November Zulu 2408 Madrid Center. Squawk 6071.
Squawk 6071 BTM 2408 November
It must
Zulu
be
2408.
Concorde, probably.
BPM 2408 November Zulu 2408 radar contact 2 miles west of Lima Echo India Sierra 11,900 feet. UNH 29.84.
Roger BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408.
I want to go to Gibraltar, LXGB. It's not showing up yet. So they reckon 2984. Heavy, so but I'm above standard, I'm at 12,000 feet, so what the hell? I might as well listen to him. Speed up, sim rate. That's why I don't like sim racing when there's a turn coming up. Or something like that will happen. Don't know what it was doing. It slowed right down and it wasn't happy. We have a slight tailwind, and it's quite strong. cat. He likes to get under my feet. There you go, there's your food. Right, that is a pretty damn strong wind because we're having to angle ourselves quite a bit. Right, on to our next point. Let's sim rate 1, 2, 3 clicks, which I think times is our rate by 4. Thing I notice is we don't get the waypoints showing up on our screen. Let's push our range out. 10. Let's do 10 miles, nautical miles for that, and this one's on sector 25. Ooh, that's a lot of cloud that's suddenly coming. Temperature gotten less? Yes it is, because it's getting later for them. Turn the sim rate down because that nearly crashed by the looks of it. The game pretty much froze. So it's a bit scary. I definitely don't want that to happen. Speed up again. We've got an aircraft here. They're, I'm guessing, 2,900 feet below us. There's this person here, they're 3,500 above us, and they're probably going into Gibraltar like we are. And I'm not sure what the difference between the airports that are in blue and pink are. I think pink are proper, maybe proper airports, or maybe towered airports, perhaps, probably not. And then the blues are maybe just airstrips, or perhaps even military. Gibraltar is a special case. It's the only airport in the whole country, because the country is absolutely tiny, like a few kilometers long. The airport's runway is wider than the whole country. Longer than the country is wide. And it serves as military as well as civilian. I'm not sure how much military assets they have there because of how tiny the country is. It probably wouldn't make too much money, I'd imagine. Right, we've got a ways to go before we hit Mars, so let's speed up again. Somewhere at 1, 2, 3. On the icing. In case we get any icing.
Madrid Center, Ryanair 2266 is passing 11,900 feet, descending 4,000 feet.
Ryanair 2266 Madrid Center QNH 29.76 continues to enter orbit plan. BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 contact Malaga approach on 118.455. Good day.
Good day to you too.
118.455 BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408.
And I should start.
Malaga approach BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 12,000 feet.
BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 Malaga approach QNH 29.76 continue as planned. BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 contact Madrid Center on 118.275. Good day.
118.275 for BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408. Madrid Center BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 11,900 feet.
BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 Madrid Center QNH 29.76 continue as planned. Ryanair 2266 contact Malaga approach on 118.455. Good day.
Come on, I wanna. It's Gibraltar.
Going to 118.455 Ryanair 2266.
Here we go.
Gibraltar Tower BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 51 miles northeast 12,000 feet to land.
BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 Gibraltar Tower. QNH 29.76 wind 267 at 26. Enter left base runway.
That's pretty much a headwind.
Fly left base runway 27 BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408.
776, 2976 I mean. Oh.
Gibraltar Tower BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 is unfamiliar with the area. Request directions to the airport.
BTM Climb 2408 November Zulu 2408 Airport is 1 o'clock, 49 air miles.
I have a feeling that because I entered the flight plan manually, it doesn't do the altitude constraints. Okay, so these blue lines are abatement zones, and I'm guessing they're like no-goes along the dashed part. So how solid around here in the dash part shows the side that you're not allowed to pass over, and that is an Air Force base, so the Air Force operate in and out of this area coming from Gibraltar. I assume, and you are allowed to pass over under special circumstances when you're doing a departure that takes you out over there. And no idea what the red one is. I think that one's definitely restricted, probably. It's probably heavily restricted, that no circumstances, unless an absolute emergency, you're allowed to pass through or something like that. These ones probably the same thing. Well, you're only allowed because you're on a procedure to come in. This is just all me guessing though. Now, I'm wondering what the unres means. Unrestrained. Try clicking on it. No, it's not touchscreen, that's right. But yeah, issue with the NXI G1000 system is you can't, as you've probably noticed, I can't file a flight plan with air traffic control. You can, however, if you do your flight planning in the Microsoft Flight Simulator world map before you start loading into the game or into the sim. And then it'll be filed with ATC. And I have a feeling that may be why I don't. Oh, look at that, it's got the hold, it's great. There's the holding pattern. I have a feeling it might be because of the, that might be why we're not seeing any of the stuff for the procedures. The height, there's no altitude, and I can't edit them, and I'm sure you used to be able to, or you could, or maybe you can only edit them once if there is already an altitude constraint within that flight plan. So once we get to this point, PMOS here on the 25 nautical mile arc, I'm going to start our descent, and I'm going to at first select 3000. And we're going to see if vertical navigation works. It should, but I'm not holding out hope for that, only because I was a bit worried there. It started dropping already. That's because we're getting some drafts. So I think VNAV only works if there's altitude constraints. Really, if you've got, like, say this point has an altitude of like 2,000, 3,000 feet where I want to go. Set the altitude, then hit VNAV, and then it will just stay at your current altitude, and it will calculate when it needs to start descending at a and it will descend at a reasonable rate, safe rate, to hit that waypoint at that constraint. And if you've got, like, say that point's 3,000 Next point's 2,000 and onwards, dropping down lower and lower. If you take your altitude you want to go to the very final one, and you hit VNAV, it will still follow all the constraints, so it will hit like that first point. It won't go below that 3,000 by that first point, even though you've got selected something lower. It will stop until it's past that point and then carry on its descent. So I'll need to do some experimenting with that and see if maybe that has something to do with it doing the in-menu flight planning. So it should start descending now. We're gonna let's pick the VNAV. It's got VPath active, but it's not taking hold. Yeah, alright. Got vertical speed mode on. Let's go, just down. Let's do 800 feet per minute descent and start taking back our throttle. Hope that's enough. Yeah, we don't need that. Let's check our. Stuff.
Power lever. As required. Airspeeds. As required. Trim. As required.
Speed minimum 88 knots, 91 if we're above, so I'm wondering if we can see how heavy we are. Gallons remaining reserve fuel, that's what that stands for. .8 gallons per hour. What's the difference between all and 3? So showing the airspace around the immediate vicinity of where I'm wanting to go. Is Africa. Down quite nicely. Let's drop the range. I'm gonna start speeding us up shortly. so we can get to this. We can get to the start point of the initial approach fix. See if I can find our weights actually. I can't find any information about what our actual weight is. Well, all right, we need a descend by 2,000 feet per minute. As we need to hit 920. Fuel selector, check both on. Well, they should be. I don't know why the fuel selector wouldn't be on. And the fuel pumps left and right on. Not ready to drop landing gear yet. Pretty sure I'm under bet. 84. Actually, let's altitude hold. And let's go to 1,500 feet. It'll be probably safer. We seem like we're quite far out, to be honest. I can't help but wonder. Alright, yeah, we're way low. So by the time we get to that Cooksox place, that's when we should be up at. So let's jump up. Just go to 3,000 feet. .25. Don't want to be too low in case something happens. And we'll actually bump that. And I'm going to bump that up to 3,000. And then that carries on to 3,000. We actually probably would have been fine, to be honest. Alright, Alt Star mode. Level off. And then once we get to Cooksox, I'm going to take us down to that 900. Because then by the time we get to that point Yankee, that's when we need to have visual of the runway and we need to be at 920 feet. Headwind here and we're still powering up into the yellow. It's got a magenta glide path. Hopefully that's our vertical guidance and we can just follow that. Even though this doesn't have an ILS, the airport. Do 996 for that. It's fine. That glide path diamond is starting to come down. I'm heading V path, and I'm wondering if that's actually going to catch. I hope it does, because it knows the runway elevation. Here's the Rock of Gibraltar. That's Gibraltar, just this landmass here, and there's the runway, and then right next to the runway is the border fence of Spain and Gibraltar. So that's it. It's just that peninsula. Pretty stupid. And there's Africa. Alright, that's not catching, so let's do this manually. It won't do it manually for us, to be perfect, even though it should. It's just giving us a Right, it caught it. That's good because I didn't have it in approach mode by accident. So the flaps coming down. .5 miles. Same with this. Actually, we'll set this for our .1 mile.
BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408 wind 260 at 30.
It's still following that. That's good.
Cleared to land runway 27 BTM.
This isn't too accurate. It's just a rough. It's just a educated guess. Glide path that this is doing. We're on the final approach fix now. I should be reducing the speed. Flaps full. Maybe apply a bit more. Minimum 88. Alright, let's pump up the speed a bit. We've got 3 greens.
Landing light.
We're off to Gibraltar. Seems to be okay for now. And let's quickly get this stuff on. Taxi lights on. A little bit too low. And we have someone just sitting in the middle of the runway and they've been there for a while. Turning autopilot off.
BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408, turn next taxiway. BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408, contact ground on 1 tree 1.2.
So
131.2 BTM 2408
I
November
thought for some
Zulu
reason that was the
2408.
exit for the taxiway, but
Gibraltar ground BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408, request taxi to parking.
BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408, taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha Bravo.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha Bravo BTM 2408 November Zulu 2408.
that person just crashed. They're looking a little low. What these people on? Connie. Surely that's not Concord. I have a feeling that person crashed or he's reset on the runway. taxi now, that can go off. Position lights can go off. After landing.
Power levers. Idle.
Idle.
Braking.
Braking. Minimum required.
Minimum required. Lights. As required. Flaps. Up. Fuel pump LH/RH. Check off. Parking brake. Set. Avionic master. Off. Electrical consumers. Off. Engine master. Off. Anti-collision lights. Off. Elect. Master. Off.
I don't know what I didn't. There's that stuff that's so annoying. But we've even got a little torch. That's cool. I'd love to be able to see what planes these guys are actually in. Now that cloud there is really low. That's some fog or mist rolling in. Yeah, welcome to Gibraltar. There's some battles were waged against the Nazis. They wanted this access into the in and out of the harbour and from the Mediterranean and stuff. So it was quite important to them, and they did capture it at one stage, I think, and then some soldiers were purposely trapped themselves within the rock with little spy peepholes so they could keep an eye on what the Nazis were doing and then reporting it in on their radios. I think that guy just took off the 747-8, which is crazy at this airport. I want to know what the hell that person's flying. Connie. Have a nice trip. What are you doing? It's going so slow. Must be heavyweight. I'm just waiting for him to reset on the thing. He's going to get off. Oh, there he goes. Lucky, right at the end of the runway. I still stall out yet. Climbing much. Anyway, that's going to conclude the stream, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed it, found it helpful. If you did, hit that follow button so you get notified when I go live next with whatever I go live next with. I'll also be exporting this to my YouTube channel, so if you guys are interested in checking that out, follow the link underneath the live stream panel as well as in the description. I upload my clips and stuff to there, so that's one of the good things about that, because I can't do that to Twitch. And if you guys mosey on over there and like what you see, then want to help me out and subscribe. It would mean a hell of a lot to me, and I'd very much appreciate it. Going very high, only 200 meters. Lowering, did he stall? Maybe it is the Concorde. It's climbing now. And yeah, if you're on my YouTube channel and want to find my Twitch so you can see where I do all my live stuff, then follow the link in the description as well as in the channel banner. As always, Spitfire. Drop a comment on stuff you guys would like to see me do next, or things you think I could do better with, or just to pop in and say hey. And I hope you're all having a great day or great night wherever in the world you are. And if you guys have any suggestions of flights for me to do, please let me know. I haven't had a single person make a suggestion yet. Like a departure and an arrival, not too far, because I don't really have the time to just dedicate 3+ hours. Like even now with the stream being 2 hours long, it's right on the sort of like getting iffy with not wanting to be stuck on it for that long. Maybe something that's 2 hours, 2.5 hours. What the? God. He just, oh no. That poor Spitfire, he just turned straight into one of the buildings. Oh, that's so funny. He must have got caught by the wind, but it's a headwind, so it shouldn't have. But it does gust suddenly in different directions. But yeah, give me some recommendations, everyone, and I'll see if I can do it. Yeah, peace out. Have a great one wherever in the world you are.